Signed divorce papers Tuesday by Nightfall. A redhead changed my life forever. The pen scratches across the paper like a knife carving into my chest, each loop of ink sealing away the life Jordan and I built over 8 years. It's Tuesday afternoon in a stuffy Manhattan law office that smells of stale coffee and printer toner. The kind of place where dreams go to die under fluorescent buzz. My hand shakes as I sign my name. Alex Rivera, 35, once a rising star in family law, now just a ghost in her own story. Across the oak desk, Jordan sits ramrod straight, her brown curls framing a face that's all sharp angles and unshed tears. She's 36, a high school English teacher who could quote Whitman like breathing, but today her voice cracks on a simple "I love you" but. The main conflict hits like a subway train. We loved too hard, fought too fierce, let the cracks in our marriage widen until resentment festered like an open wound. Infidelity on her side, my endless hours burying myself in cases to avoid the silence at home. It all boiled down to this: 2 women who once vowed forever now trading keys and alimony figures. The lawyer drones on about asset division, his tie too tight, but I barely hear him over the thud of my heart. Jordan's fingers brush mine one last time as she pushes the papers toward me, her touch electric, a spark that says everything we won't voice. What if we were wrong? I bolt from that room the second it's over, heels clicking on marble floors that echo my hollow steps. Outside, the October chill bites through my wool coat, carrying the scent of wet leaves and exhaust from yellow cabs honking like angry geese. By nightfall, as the sun dips behind the skyline in a bruise of orange and purple, I'm wandering the village alone, the weight of those signed pages burning a hole in my purse. My phone buzzes, her text, "Take care of yourself, Alex. Always." I delete it, throat tight, and duck into a dimly lit jazz bar on Bleecker Street, the one with velvet curtains and walls scarred by decades of secrets. The saxophone wails low and mournful, notes curling like smoke around the low hum of conversations. I slide onto a bar stool, order a neat whiskey that burns going down, warming the ache in my ribs. That's when she walks in, a redhead, fire engine hair tumbling in loose waves to her shoulders, catching the amber light like a flame in the gloom. Riley O'Connor, 32, freelance graphic designer from Boston transplanted to the city, though I don't know that yet. She's got that effortless cool. Faded Levi's hugging her hips, a cropped leather jacket over a band tee from some indie show, freckles dusting her nose like cinnamon on latte foam. Her green eyes scan the room with a quiet hunger, landing on me like she sees the storm clouds over my head. She orders a gin and tonic, lime wedge squeezed with a twist of her wrist, and when our elbows bump on the scarred mahogany bar, she turns with a half-smile that cracks my defenses. Rough day. Her voice is husky, laced with a faint Irish lilt from her immigrant parents, but pure Brooklyn now, direct, no bullshit. I laugh, bitter and short, the sound scraping out like gravel. You could say that. Just divorced the woman I thought was my forever. The words hang there, raw, and her brow furrows, not pity, but something warmer, like she's tasting the salt in my confession. We talk, or rather I spill. The whiskey loosens my tongue, and she listens, chin propped on her hand, those emerald eyes holding mine without flinching. She shares bits of her own wreckage. A string of heartbreaks in art school, a ex who ghosted her mid-gallery opening, leaving her to stare at her own canvases wondering if she was the flaw. The bar fills with the clink of glasses and laughter from a corner booth, but it's just us in this bubble, the saxophone shifting to a sultry riff that mirrors the heat building between her words. Her laugh comes easy when I mimic the lawyer's nasal drone, a throaty sound that vibrates through me, chasing away the chill. By last call, the streetlights buzz outside like fireflies on steroids, and she's walking me to my subway stop, arm brushing mine in the crisp night air that smells of pretzels from a vendor cart. "Hey," she says, stopping under a wrought iron lamppost that casts her hair in molten gold. "Life's not over at a signature, Alex. Sometimes it's just the plot twist." Her fingers graze my cheek, soft as a whisper, and I lean in before I can think, our lips meeting in a kiss that's all tentative fire. Her mouth tasting of gin and possibility, mine of whiskey and goodbye. It's electric, pulling a gasp from deep in my lungs, her hand cupping my neck like she's anchoring me to the earth. We pull apart, breaths mingling in white puffs, and she grins wicked and real. See you around, lawyer lady. She vanishes into the crowd, red hair a beacon swallowed by the night, leaving me dizzy, heart pounding like a bass drum in my chest. Back in my empty Upper West Side apartment, our apartment now just mine, the silence roars. I collapse on the bed that still smells of her lavender shampoo mixed with my citrus body wash. Jordan's ghost in every crease of the sheets. Tears come hot and fast, soaking the pillow, but beneath the grief, there's a flicker warm and insistent. Riley. That kiss. A redhead who crashed into my Tuesday night like a meteor, scattering the ashes of my old life. Morning light slants through the blinds, Wednesday now, painting stripes on the hardwood floor littered with takeout boxes from last night. I wake with a headache that throbs in time with my pulse, the divorce papers mocking me from the nightstand like a bad tattoo. Coffee brews, dark and bitter, steam rising in lazy curls as I scroll through my phone. Jordan's already posted a cryptic quote on Instagram about Phoenix's rising. Hearts in the comments from mutual friends tiptoeing around the bomb we dropped. I block the noise, pull on running gear, and hit the park, pounding pavement along the reservoir where joggers huff and ducks quack indignant protests. The run clears my head, sweat stinging my eyes, muscles burning in that good way that reminds me I'm alive, not just surviving. Back home, showered and towel-dried, hair dripping rivulets down my back, I stare at my reflection. Hollow cheeks, shadows under blue eyes that used to sparkle at Jordan's bad puns. 35 feels ancient today. My phone dings. A text from an unknown number. Coffee? That place on 7th with the killer lattes. Noon. Are my stomach flips. A schoolgirl thrill cutting through the fog. How'd she get my number? Bar napkin sleight of hand, probably. I type back you're on before doubt can claw in. The cafe's a cozy nook, exposed brick walls hung with local art. Ironically, one piece looks like Riley's style, bold strokes of crimson against midnight blue. She's there already, sketching in a worn moleskine, red hair tied back with a pencil, wearing overalls splattered with paint like abstract freckles. She looks up, that grin unfolding slow and sweet, and waves me over. You showed. Thought you might bail after the whiskey wore off. Her foot nudges mine under the table, casual but charged, sending a shiver up my spine. We order. Her a flat white with oat milk, me black Americano, no frills, and dive in. She's from a big Irish Catholic family in Southie Boston, the baby girl who rebelled by studying design at RISD, coming out at 19 to a mix of slam doors and eventual toasts over Guinness. Mom cried for a week, she says, stirring her foam into spirals. But Dad? He just hugged me and said, as long as you draw pretty pictures, kid, you're golden. I laugh, the sound lighter than yesterday's, and tell her about my own coming out. Small-town Jersey parents who nodded once and never spoke of it again, channeling their love into Sunday dinners that always ended awkward. Hours slip by, the cafe emptying around us, barista wiping counters with meaningful glances. Outside, leaves skitter across the sidewalk in gusts, carrying the faint rot of autumn decay. She walks me to work, my firm's glass tower looming like a monolith, and at the revolving doors she steals another kiss, bolder this time, her tongue teasing mine with a confidence that leaves me breathless, knees weak. Dinner tonight, she murmurs against my lips, breath minty and warm. I nod, words failing, and watch her saunter away, hips swaying like she's got the whole city in her pocket. That evening my office is a warren of case files and glowing screens. Colleagues murmuring condolences over water cooler coffee that tastes like regret. Heard about you and Jordan, my paralegal whispers, squeezing my arm. You okay? I force a smile, nod, but inside the divorce feels like a fresh bruise, tender under the bandage of Riley's touch. Clock out at 7, heart racing as I meet her at a hole-in-the-wall Italian spot in Little Italy, checkered tablecloths and candles flickering in Chianti bottles. The air's thick with garlic and basil, Sinatra crooning from tinny speakers. She arrives flushed from the subway, jacket slung over one shoulder, and slides into the booth like she belongs there. We share plates. Pasta carbonara creamy and rich, twirling forks in sync, her knee pressing mine under the table, a steady pressure that grounds me. Stories flow, her latest commission, a mural for a queer youth center in Brooklyn, all swirling colors of identity and defiance. My caseload defending women in custody battles, the irony not lost on either of us. Laughter bubbles up when she mimics a client's meltdown, her face contorting hilariously, and I reach across, tracing the veins on her hand, marveling at the softness of her skin against my calloused lawyer fingers. After we stroll the neon-lit streets, her arm looped through mine, the city's pulse syncing with ours, horns blaring, laughter spilling from bars, the sizzle of street food vendors. At my door the kiss ignites, hands roaming, her fingers tangling in my hair as I back her against the wall, the cool brick biting through her shirt. Gasps mingle with the distant wail of sirens, her body arching into mine, all heat and urgency. Upstairs. I whisper, voice hoarse, and she nods, eyes dark with want. In the elevator, mirrors reflecting our disheveled selves, she nips at my earlobe, drawing a moan that echoes off the steel. My apartment door clicks shut, and we're a tangle of limbs on the rug, shedding clothes like old skins, her overalls pooling at her ankles, my blouse buttons popping free. Skin on skin, freckles like constellations under my lips, her sighs soft and shattered as I map her with kisses, tasting salt and desire. We move to the bed, sheets twisting around us, her red hair fanning like wildfire across the pillow. It's slow at first, exploratory, then frantic, body speaking what words can't. I see you, I want you, stay. Dawn creeps in eventually, gray light softening the edges, and we collapse, slick and spent, her head on my chest, heartbeat steady under my palm. For the first time since the papers, sleep comes easy, dreams laced with crimson. Weeks blur into a rhythm that's equal parts thrill and terror. Riley's a whirlwind, mornings sketching at my kitchen island while I sip coffee, her pencil scratching rhythms that match the percolator's gurgle. Afternoons stealing hours from work to meet in Washington Square Park, feeding pigeons crusts as she rants about color theory, her passion lighting her face like stage makeup. She's 32, going on timeless, body lithe from yoga classes in dingy studios, laugh lines crinkling when she teases me about my corporate armor. Me? I'm thawing, the ice around my heart cracking with every inside joke, every late-night text that pulls me from case briefs. But the past lurks, a shadow in the corners. Jordan emails about logistics, selling the cabin upstate, the one where we carved our initials into a birch tree during a snowed-in weekend, her breath fogging the air as we made love by the fireplace, logs popping like gunfire. I delete it, but the memory stings, a phantom ache. Riley senses it, those nights when I stare at the ceiling fan whirring lazy circles. Talk to me, she'll murmur, tracing lazy eights on my thigh, her touch a balm that soothes but doesn't erase. I confess in fragments, the way Jordan's laugh used to fill rooms, how our fights escalated to slammed doors and silent treatments that lasted days. Riley listens, never interrupting, just nodding with those wise beyond years eyes. One rainy Saturday, thunder rumbling like a drunk uncle, we hole up in her Bushwick loft. A cavernous space with exposed beams and canvases leaning like dominoes. The air smells of turpentine and rain-soaked earth from the open window. She paints while I read depositions on the sagging couch, but midway she drags me up, smearing cobalt across my cheek with a grin. Live a little, Alex. Get messy. It dissolves into a paint fight, blues and yellows streaking our skin, laughter echoing off brick until we're breathless, collapsing in a heap. Washing up in her clawfoot tub, water steaming around us, she washes the colors from my arms, her hands gentle, reverent. You're healing, she says softly, bubbles popping like tiny confessions. I pull her close, water sloshing, and kiss her deeply, the patter of rain on tin roof underscoring our sighs. That night, tangled in her threadbare quilts, she whispers dreams. Opening her own gallery, traveling the coast in a beat-up van, painting sunsets over the Pacific. Come with me, she says, half-joking, fingers interlaced with mine. My heart swells but doubt whispers. Can you really start over? Thanksgiving looms, a minefield of family obligations. Jordan's already RSVP'd to her sisters in Connecticut, the one who side-eyed our wedding photos. I opt for Riley's crew. A ragtag queer family in a Crown Heights brownstone, tables groaning under turkey and tofurkey, air thick with sage smoke from a cleansing ritual. Laughter roars as aunts swap stories of Stonewall riots. Uncles grill veggies with more enthusiasm than meat. Riley's hand finds mine under the lace tablecloth, squeezing as her mom toasts to chosen families and red-headed troublemakers. I choke up, the warmth seeping into bones I thought forever chilled. Later on the fire escape with mugs of spiked cider, city lights twinkling below like fallen stars, she turns to me, serious now. This us, it's real, right? Not just rebound fire. Her vulnerability hits like a gut punch, green eyes searching mine in the sodium glow. I cup her face, thumb brushing a stray curl. It's the kind of real that scares me shitless, Riley. But yeah. God yeah. We kiss slow, cider sweet, the distant honk of cabs fading as the world narrows to her. December bites with frost, holiday lights strung like veins across the avenues. Work piles on, a high-profile custody case. The mother a lesbian fighting for her kids against a homophobic ex. Mirrors of my own fractures. Late nights in the office, fluorescent hum my only companion. Until Riley shows up with takeout foe. Steam rising like ghosts from the styrofoam. Can't let you starve, counselor. We eat cross-legged on the conference table, chopsticks clacking, her stories of a client meltdown pulling chuckles from my exhaustion. One evening, post-verdict win, champagne buzzing in our veins, we crash a tree lighting in Bryant Park. Crowd surging like a living thing. Skaters glide on the rink, blades whispering over ice, mulled wine scenting the air with clove and orange. She pulls me into the throng, our bodies swaying to carols piped from speakers, her head on my shoulder, red hair tickling my chin. Best Christmas gift. She murmurs and I spin her out, dipping her low, her laugh pealing like bells. But cracks show. New Year's Eve, fireworks booming over the harbor, Jordan texts. Miss you. Coffee. My thumb hovers, guilt twisting like a knife. Riley notices at the party. Fairy lights twinkling in her loft. Bass thumping from speakers. Her? She asks later, as we undress in the dim bedroom, city exploding outside. I nod, shame hot in my cheeks. Just closure, maybe. She pauses, bra strap slipping down her shoulder. Be careful, Alex. Hearts don't sign papers so easy. Her words linger. A chill in the warmth of her embrace that night. Bodies moving in sync but minds adrift. January thaws slow, slush sucking at boots on sidewalks. Riley throws herself into her mural. Days at the youth center. Coming home paint-streaked and euphoric. I admire her fire but envy nips. My cases feel like battles in someone else's war. Victories hollow without her full gaze. We argue first time over dinner. Pad thai gone cold on plates. You're pulling away. She accuses, chopsticks stabbing noodles like accusations. Work? Or Jordan? I snap back, voice rising over the sizzle of street traffic below. Maybe it's you, always chasing the next big thing. Leaving me in the dust. Words hang sharp, cutting deep. She storms out, door slamming like thunder, leaving silence that echoes louder. I pace the apartment, regret sour on my tongue, the ghost of her perfume, vanilla and charcoal, clinging to the air. Hours later, buzzed on cheap Merlot I call. Voicemail, her voice warm as ever. Hey, it's Riley. Make it good. I ramble apologies, raw and rambling, ending with I need you firecracker. Come home. She returns at dawn, eyes puffy, hair wild. No words, just arms wrapping tight, tears mingling on collarbones, bodies reaffirming what tongues fumble. Spring buds push through concrete, cherry blossoms dusting the park like confetti. We heal deliberate. Therapy sessions where I unpack the divorce's debris. Her joining once, hand in mine as the counselor probes wounds. Dates reclaim us. Picnics on the High Line, her sketching my profile against the Hudson's gleam. Wind whipping skirts around our knees. Intimacy deepens, lazy Sundays in bed. Sunlight pooling on sheets. Her fingers tracing tattoos I never showed Jordan. Sighs drawn out like honey. Yet the climax brews. Jordan calls mid-May, voice brittle over the line. I'm seeing someone. Thought you should know. The words land like shrapnel, reopening scars I stitched shut. I hang up, numb, wandering to Riley's studio unannounced. She's midstroke on canvas, redhead haloed by skylight, but freezes at my face. What happened? Collapse follows, sobs racking me on the drop-cloth floor, paint cans rattling like bones. She holds me, rocking gentle until fury boils over. Why does it still hurt? After everything. She pulls back, eyes fierce. Because you loved her, Alex. But love doesn't mean forever. It means you grew. That night we fight the pain together. Bodies fierce, reclaiming, her nails raking my back as thunder rolls in from Jersey. Rain lashing windows like applause. Dawn breaks clear and I wake to her note on the pillow. You're my forever plot twist. Let's write the ending. Summer simmers, heat waves shimmering off asphalt. Riley's mural unveils at the center, vibrant lesbians entwined in loops of color, fists raised against faded grays, a crowd cheering under string lights. I stand beside her, pride swelling as kids trace the lines with awestruck fingers. You did this. I whisper, kissing her temple, salt of sweat on my lips. She beams, arm around my waist. We did. The meaningful end unfolds quiet, profound. Late August on the cabin's porch upstate. Bought out, ours alone now. We sip wine as fireflies wink in the woods. Crickets chirp a lullaby. Air heavy with pine and earth. Marry me? She asks, not with a ring but a sketch. Us stylized in ink, hands clasped under a sky ablaze with northern lights. I cry yes, tumbling out in a rush, pulling her down to the board, stars wheeling overhead. The redhead didn't just change my life. She rewrote it. From divorce's ashes to this love, fierce and free. Tuesday's Nightfall was the end of one story. Riley was the dawn of ours. The ink's barely dry on those cursed papers, but already the city's chewing me up, spitting out fragments of the woman I used to be. Wednesday bleeds into Thursday, each hour a grind of depositions and coffee runs that taste like battery acid. My firm's a hive on Lexington, glass walls reflecting the frantic pace, partners barking orders like drill sergeants. Rivera, that brief yesterday. I nod, fingers flying over keys, but my mind's elsewhere, replaying Riley's kiss under that lamppost, the way her lips curved like a secret. Lunch is a solo affair at a deli counter, pastrami on rye dripping mustard onto wax paper, the tang sharp on my tongue. I scroll her Insta at Riley Red Ink, handle fitting as her hair, posts of graffiti walls in Bushwick, sketches of strangers on the F train, captions wry and poetic, chasing colors in a grayscale world. One catches me. A quick doodle of two silhouettes leaning close, labeled unexpected sparks. My fork pauses mid-air, heart stuttering. Is that us? Afternoon drags, rain pattering against the window like impatient fingers. I text her. That sketch, me and you? That's dance then maybe. Coffee tomorrow? Prove me right. Grin splits my face unbidden, drawing stares from the intern stacking files. Evening finds me at home, apartment echoing with absence. Jordan's books still on shelves, spines cracked from shared reads, her favorite mug chipped on the edge from that disastrous hike in the Catskills. I pack them into boxes, tape screeching loud in the quiet, dust motes dancing in the lamp's glow. Friday dawns muggy, humidity clinging like regret. The cafe on 7th is packed. Hipsters tapping laptops to lo-fi beats. Barista calling orders with the Brooklyn drawl. Riley's in the corner booth, legs tucked under, sketching a napkin into origami fox. She looks up, mischief in her eyes. Busted. Yeah, that's us. We hug awkward over the table, her leather scent mixing with espresso grounds, pulling a sigh from my depths. Conversation flows like the East River, turbulent, alive. She's got a gig designing album art for a queer folk band, mock-ups on her phone, swirling vines in lesbian flag pinks and oranges. What do you think? She asks, zooming in. I trace the screen, fingers brushing hers. Revolutionary. Like you. Blush creeps up her neck, freckles darkening. My Americano arrives, black as my mood yesterday, but her flat white foam's light, mirroring the lift in my chest. We wander after, dodging puddles on the sidewalk, her hand swinging close to mine. At a vintage shop window, mannequins draped in flannel and denim, she presses palm to glass. Remember your first Pride? I do. Parade floats blasting Madonna. Rainbow flags snapping in wind, The thrill of her Jordan then, hand in mine anonymous in the crush. Sweaty and sublime, I say. She nods. Mine too. Boston's a beast, but we owned it. Drop her at the subway, kiss goodbye chaste but lingering, her gum minty on my breath. Weekend stretches empty. Jordan's absence a void I fill with runs along the promenade. Hudson glittering like fool's gold. Saturday night bar hop with work friends. Too loud, too straight. Their toasts to fresh starts ringing false. I bail early, cab ride home blurring lights into streaks. Sunday brunch invite from Riley. Her loft? Pancakes from scratch. Bushwick's a maze of murals and markets, air fried with plantains from a truck. Her doors ajar, paint fumes greeting me like old friends. Kitchen's chaos, batter splatters on counters, blueberries rolling rogue. She's in boxers and tank, hair a riot, flipping flapjacks with theatrical flips. Chef Riley at your service. Butterflies landing on my nose. I swipe it, lick finger clean, her gaze heating. We eat on the fire escape, plates balanced on knees, city hum below. Syrup sticky on chins, laughter sticky too. Tell me something true, she says, fork pausing. I hesitate then. I haven't felt this light since before law school. Her smile softens. Good. You deserve levity, Alex. Post-meal she shows the studio. Easels brimming with half-born worlds. One canvas her ex's face abstracted into thorns. Catharsis, she shrugs. I touch it gentle. Beautiful pain. Afternoon melts into movie marathon on her lumpy couch. Legs entwined, her head on my lap, fingers combing red strands. But I'm a cheerleader plays, campy and cathartic, our snorts sinking. Dusk falls, orange bleeding into indigo, and she stirs. Stay. Voice small, hopeful. I nod, heartful. Bed's a nest of quilts, bodies fitting like puzzle edges, her breath evening against my neck. Sleep claims us to the distant rumble of trains, dreams vivid with color. Monday crashes back, alarm blaring at 6, Riley's arm heavy across my waist. Shower together, steam fogging mirrors, her soapy hands gliding paths that detour into kisses, water cascading like applause. Towel dried, I dress in the mirror, her watching from sheets. Sexy lawyer, she teases. Cab to work, her goodbye kiss tasting of toothpaste and promise. Office grind. Client consult, tears over visitation rights, my empathy raw from personal cuts. Lunch text exchange, her miss your face. Me ditto. Dinner? Yes, sushi spot in Midtown, conveyor belt of plates whirring past. She's there, chopsticks poised like weapons, eyes lighting as I slide in. Sashimi sharp on tongues, wasabi burning sinuses, conversation spicier. Her Boston childhood, fire escapes as summer beds, Catholic guilt twisted into queer joy. My turn, Jersey roots, diner shift slinging hash, law school grind fueled by ramen and rage. Fought for the underdog 'cause I was one, I say. She toasts with green tea. To fighters. After walk to her train, hand holding bold now, fingers laced tight. Kiss at the platform, train whooshing in like fate, her boarding backward, eyes locked till doors seal. Midweek hump, hump day hump, her word. For a quickie at my place, suits shed in the foyer, bodies urgent against the door. Gasps echo, her nails digging crescents, release shattering like glass. Collapse laughing, sweat slick, her tracing patterns on my stomach. Addicted, she pants. Me too terrifyingly. Friday freedom. Gallery opening in Chelsea, her friends show. Dressed up, me in slacks and silk blouse, her in velvet shift that hugs curves. Space buzzes, wine flowing crimson, abstracts screaming silent. She networks, charm effortless, while I sip Chardonnay, observing her orbit. A collector corners her, droning bids. I rescue with arm around waist. My date's escaping, I quip. He laughs, retreats. Her grateful kiss in the coat check, hidden, heated. Home late, cab weaving through traffic, her head on shoulder, drowsy murmurs. Apartment dark, we undress slow. Candlelight from the kitchen gilding skin. Love-making tender, exploratory, fingers, lips charting new territories, sighs building to crescendo. After tangled, she whispers, "You're my muse, Alex." Sleep deep, dreams of red horizons. Valentine sneaks up, commercial assault of hearts and helium. Riley plans secret. Blindfold me at my door, her voice guiding. Trust fall babe. Leading to a waiting car. Destination. Secret speakeasy in the Bowery, password crimson kiss, whispered to a bouncer with tattoos like sleeves. Inside velvet booths, jazz piano tinkling, air redolent of aged bourbon and tuberose. Table set with oysters on ice, pearls glistening, champagne bubbling and flutes. She toasts, eyes sparkling. To us unexpected, undeniable. Oysters salty sweet. Her foot hooking my ankle under linen. Conversation turns intimate. Fears voiced over dessert. Chocolate mousse melting on spoons. Scared I'll fuck this up. I admit vulnerability sticky. She squeezes hand. Me too. But we're in it. Dance floor calls, slow sway to Ella Fitzgerald. Her body flush to mine, heartbeat sinking through fabric. Whisper in ear. Love the way you move. Heat pools low, kiss deepening till the room spins. Cab home, hands wandering under coats, driver clearing throat pointedly. Apartment frenzy, clothes trailing like breadcrumbs, bed creaking protest, her cries muffled in pillows, my name a mantra. Dawn petals from a rose she'd hidden scattered on floor. Love note curled inside. Forever starts now. Post-holiday slump hits. February gray as dishwater. Work avalanche. Pro bono for a trans teen's emancipation. Courtroom stuffy with judgment. Nights, Riley's my anchor. Takeout tie spicy enough to sweat out stress. Her massaging knots from shoulders while binging the L-word reruns. Snarking at plot holes. If only real life had that drama, she laughs. I snort. Ours has enough. One storm-lashed evening, power flickers out. City plunged to candle glow. We huddle under blankets, board games by flashlight. Monopoly devolving to flirtatious cheating. Her banker top hat askew. Laughter fades to quiet, faces close, lips brushing in shadow play. What if we never met? She muses, finger circling my palm. Chill runs spine. Don't. This is fate's rewrite. March marches in. Equinox winds whipping scarves. Her birthday 32 low-key loft party. Friends in fishnets and fedoras. Playlist heavy on Halsey and Chaim. I gift custom leather portfolio. Embossed with intertwined A's and R's. Her gasp? Hug bone crushing. Perfect. Cake smash. Frosting smeared on noses, lick sweet and sticky. Later, guests gone, clean up slow, her in my lap on the couch. Slow grind to make up sex on the rug. Rug burns souvenirs. My turn. Spring cleaning soul deep. Therapy solo now, unpacking Jordan's shadow. Betrayal's voice to a nodding shrink. Tears cathartic. Riley supports date night post session. Rooftop bar, skyline twinkling. Cosmos tart on lips. Proud of you, she says, clinking glasses. Vulnerability bonds us tighter. Nights where we talk to a horse. Bodies following words into dawn. April showers bloom, park paths mudslick. Weekend getaway. Hudson Valley B&B, quilted beds and clawfoot tubs. Drive upstate, windows down, her playlist crooning Brandy Carlisle. Arrival. Stone farmhouse, air lilac scented. Hike trails, leaves unfurling green, her hand warm in mine. Pausing for kisses against mossy oaks. Bark rough on backs. Picnic by stream, cheese and figs on checkered cloth. Water gurgling over pebbles. She sketches the scene, me her subject. Cheeks warm under scrutiny. Capture this, I say. Dusk fire pit. Marshmallows toasting golden, stories of childhood camps. Hers ghost stories around embers, mine stargazing with dad, telescope wobbling. Bed that night, windows open to cricket chorus. Love making languid. Her sighs harmonizing with wind. Back in city grind, contrast sharp. Her mural progresses, scaffolding up. Her harnessed high, paint gun hissing color onto brick. I visit site, hard hat crooked. Cheering from below as she descends, ropes creaking. My superhero. I tease, kissing helmet smudged cheek. Dinner after. Falafel truck, pita warm and garlicky. Benches in the square, buskers strumming for coins. Conflict simmers subtle. Jordan's new girlfriend posts couple pics. Yoga retreats, brunch mimosas. Stabbing via algorithm. I unfollow but hurt festers. Snap at Riley over forgotten plans, her late from a client dinner. What's eating you? She probes, arms crossed in kitchen light. Tears spill. Just. Echoes. Hug dissolves it, her I'm here murmured into hair. Mayday fair in Tompkins, maypole ribbons twisting. We dance clumsy circles, skirts flaring, her laughter infectious. Ferris wheel ride, pod swaying gentle, city sprawl below like toy set. At apex, kiss breathless, her I love you, slipping out casual profound. Heart leaps. Love you too, returned, world tilting sweeter. Summer teas in June heat, ice cream trucks jingling. Beach day Coney Island. Subway rattle to sand, waves crashing foam. Her in bikini, freckles solar flared. Building sandcastles with kids, moats and turrets. I slather sunscreen, hands lingering on shoulders, her hum appreciative. Boardwalk stroll, Nathan's hot dogs greasy heaven. Cyclone coaster screams echoing. Dusk pier, feet dangling over surf, cotton candy dissolving sticky. Future? She asks, head on shoulder. Vision spill. Joint loft gallery shows, road trips coast to coast. Van life. I joke. She's serious. Why not? Optimism blooms, roots deep. July 4th, fireworks over East River. Rooftop party, flags limp in humidity, grills smoking burgers. She in stars and stripes bandana, me in cut-off shorts. Sparklers hiss, writing names in air. Boom of bursts light her face, awe childlike. Midnight, alone on edge, her hand in mine. Best show, she sighs. Kiss fireworks of our own. August sticky AC humming lullabies. Vacation. Fire Island Pines, Queer Haven. Ferry chug, waves slapping hull, arrival to dunes and decks. Rent house with friends, shared meals of lobster boils, steam rising redolent. Days beach bum. Volleyball spikes, her dives sandy, evenings bonfires, guitars strumming folk. One night, deck under stars, hammock sway. Marry me. Trial balloon half laugh. She stills. Soon. Heart races. Intimacy peaks. Group dips in ocean, moon path silver. Her body buoyant against mine, salt-laced kisses. Return tan line, soul sunned. Labor Day weekend, city exodus. We stay museum hop, MoMA, her dissecting Warhols, me absorbing. Cafe interlude, croissants flaky, her foot playful. Park nap on great lawn, grass tickling, her snore soft. Barbecue in park, rib sauce sticky, jazz band brass bolt. Fall whisper September, leaves edging gold. Her gallery pitch. Downtown space, queer artists only. Nerves jangle over dinner, steak rare juices pooling. You'll kill it. I assure, foot rub under table. Pitch day I pace office, texts updating. Nailed it. Celebration. Champagne tower at home, bubbles fizzing, bodies toasting liquid. October chills, scarves mandatory. Halloween bash her idea. Costumes as Frida and Diego, but Les edition mustache optional. Party thumps, her mustache curling wicked. Mine ditched for lipstick traces. Dancing till feet ache, pumpkin ale spiced. Home costume shed. Roleplay lingering, laughter gasping. Election night looms, tension thick as fog. Watch party at bar, screens flickering polls, cheers and groans volleying. Her hand grips mine tight as results roll, hope fragile. Whatever, she says post, kiss defiant. We fight on. November gray, post-trauma haze. Protests march signs sharp, her joining me covering legals. Pride in resistance, us unbreakable. December returns, holidays twinkling. Tree trimming. Her loft, ornaments clinking, tinsel shedding. Lights strung haphazard, her kiss under each. Gift exchange early. Her leather jacket supple. Me custom paints set. Colors screaming love. New Year's Eve ball drop countdown, her in arms. To us at zero confetti shower. Winter bites January, snow blanketing stoops. Sledding in Prospect, hills slick, her whoops echoing as we tumble piled. Hot cocoa after, marshmallows bobbing, her whipped cream mustache licked clean. Therapy evolves. Couples now dissecting patterns, her vulnerability mirrored. Growth hurts good. She quips post-session, ice cream cone dripping. February frost, Valentine's redux. Home spa night, baths drawn scented. Her massaging oils into skin size deep. Love-making candlelit. Slow worship. Her whispers poetry. March winds equinox hike. Palisades trails views vast. Her hand steady on inclines. Summit picnic falafel wraps wind whipping napkins. Peak life, she grins. April blooms, cherry festival. Hanami under petals sake warm her haiku silly. May mural done unveiling party. Ribbon cut, crowd oohing her speech choked. For us the unseen. Kiss on stage applause thundering. June pride. Floats rainbow her on one megaphone fierce me marching beside signs linked. July heat wave rooftop pool dip. Illegal but empty splashes echoing her cannonballs drenching. August road trip tease. Upstate weekends cabin reclaimed fireplace crackling esmeralda gooey. September equinox gallery hunt. Spaces toured dreams tangible. October chill Halloween redux. Couples costumes superheroes les edition. November gratitude turkey trot 5K. Finish line high fives her medal around neck. December jingle tree markets pine scented. Her haggling baubles. New Year's resolution. More us. Sealed with kiss at midnight. Cycle spins love deepening grooves. But undercurrent pulls. Jordan's wedding invite spring affair. Envelope stiff calligraphy mocking. Stare at it kitchen table coffee cold. Riley finds me reads over shoulder. Go. Voice even. Closure. I murmur. She nods hug fierce. I'm solid. Prep consumes. Dress fitted navy silk hugging curves. Day arrives garden venue Connecticut. Blooms riot. Jordan radiant in white. New wife brunette beaming. Vows exchanged tears mine unexpected. Reception toast. To new chapters. Slip out early drive back fog shrouded. Riley waits tea steaming. How? Spill. Ache duller peace budding. Missed you, she says pull to bed gentle. Healing sex reaffirming her mind breathed hot. Summer sultry beach escapes. Fire Island return house shared with her crew. Days sun-soaked volleyball nets taut. Her spikes triumphant. Nights cards by lanterns stories tall. One eve beach walk waves lapping ankles biolum glow faint. Propose, she hints. Heart skips. Soon. Fall foliage peak leaf peeping drive. Berkshire's winding her camera clicking vistas. In stay 4-poster bed breakfast in. November chill friendsgiving potluck. Her pie lattice perfect my stuffing sage heavy. Laughter plates clatter. December snow Central Park skate. Blades scrape her falls cushioned by me cocoa post. January thaw. Resolutions revisited. Gallery lease sign paint can stacking. February love couples massage. Oils slick her moans muffled. March madness bracket busted her trash talk cute. April tax dread her spreadsheets neat. May mental health month therapy check-in solid. June wedding season friends tying knots. Ours unspoken building. July barbecue her grill master smoke curling. August Vaki Provincetown. Whale watch her awe at spouts lobster dinner cracked shells. September back to school vibe. Her workshops youth center. October haunt. Apple picking. Cider press squish pie baked wonky. November election echo volunteer drives. December holidays family calls, hers welcoming mine tentative. New Year's her toast. To forever edits. Kiss deep year turns. Spring renewal cherry again. Gallery opening night. Space aglow, artists mingling her in spotlight speech soaring. Dreams collective. Toast rounds her hand mine under bar. After party home champagne spills bodies celebrate slick. Summer solstice pagan picnic. Bonfire crackle her chants whimsical. July independence personal therapy grad her cheer loud. August heat, ice cream dates cones dripping chins. September equinox balance yoga retreat. Poses synced, her downward dog tease. October harvest pumpkin patch. Hayride bump, her carved knife steady. November thanks journal shared gratitudes. December solstice you'll log burn wishes whispered. Year cycles us rooted. But storm brews autumn Jordan's baby news. Adoptive joy post. Congrats text sent reply warm. Riley reads nods. Full circle. Yet my unrest stirs old fears. Am I enough? Confess over wine her listen. You're everything. Reassure night touches healing. Winter wonder snow globe city. January goals joint planner filled. February hearts, custom cards inked. March winds change career shift muse. Pro bono pivot. April showers, rain dance street puddle. May flowers her bouquet wild. June pride evolved ally March lead. July fireworks personal her sparkler name. August lazy hammock reeds entwined. September dreams van purchase tease. October ghosts, Halloween therapy costume. November kin chosen family expand. December light menorah flicker shared. Loop Titans love legend. Crisis crests midsummer swelter. Heat index hell. Gallery thrives but funding falters. Grant denied emails curt. Riley unravels slow. Late nights pacing sketches crumpled. Her fire dimming to embers. What if it folds? Voice cracks over takeout low main noodles cold. I soothe, will pivot. But doubt creeps mirroring my post-divorce drift. Arguments ignite small. Forgotten groceries tone snippy. One eve storm literal thunderclap. Her you're always working. Hurled. I fire back. Supporting us. Door slams rain lashes. Pace apartment, lightning strobing guilt. Call voicemail plea. Come back. Fight together. Return soaked, hug drenched tears mix rain. Sorry chorused. Bedmen's bodies bridge her don't leave sobbed. Fall rebuilds deliberate. Couples retreat Catskills. Cabin wood smoke, hikes handhold bonfire truths. Fears? She asks embers glow. Losing you, I admit. Same echoed. Therapy doubles down tools for storms. Gallery grant rewrite my edit sharp submission sent. November hope. Acceptance letter crisp. Celebration dinner. Steakhouse dark fillets medium. Her toast to resilience. December joy holiday market stroll. Gloves hold pretzels salted. New Year's dawn her this year unbreakable. Vow renewed. January frost goals grind. Van bought road trip plan. February warmth sauna sweat truths. March bloom gallery show success critics rave. April renewal spring clean literal soul. May momentum youth workshop boom. June solstice pagan vow private. Ring simple exchanged moonlit. July heat Van Kristen. Drive Poconos lakeside camp, her sketchpad full. August ease beach reads shared. September harvest, apple wine homebrew. October chill hike foliage fire. November thanks journal entries hers mine. December light treetopper kiss. Cycle spins steady but undercurrent. Health scare whisper. Her doc visit lump check weight agonizing. Clear relief flood tears. Life fragile, she muses hold tighter. Spring surge cherry peak. Gallery expands walls white fresh. Summer solstice, festival her curate. Crowds vibe. July independence personal growth book club. August lazy rivers tube her splash wars. September dreams Van Coast call. October balance yoga intensives. November kin, family fusion feasts. December solstice Yule rituals hours. Love layers depth profound. Yet climax calls fall, gallery rival sabotage. Review planted false attendance dip. Riley crushes, over. Quits loft pace. I intervene legals probe defamation suit threat. Fight, I urge. She rallies counter-event. Open my queer voices space-packed magic raw. Triumph rival exposed her phoenix rise. November gratitude deep scars badges. December holidays her survived. Toast. New Year's future bright. January resolve expansions plan. February love letters inked. March wins career leap my firm partner track. April showers couples photo shoot petals. May flowers her book illustration deal. June pride float co-captains. July fireworks soul her proposal formal. Knee sand ring wave etched. Forever. Yes gassed salt tears. August wedding plan intimate beach. September vows right words weave. October union sunset ceremony, waves witness, rings exchange kiss seal. November honeymoon Van West. Canyons red her paint in plein air. December return, life wedded glow. End meaningful. Years montage gallery empire my judgeship kids foster dream. Redhead not change rebirth. Tuesday nightfall seed, dawn bloom eternal. Wedding whispers build spring, invitations hand calligraphed, RSVPs flutter in. Venue, Fire Island Beach dunes backdrop, tints white against surf. Dress hunt. Brooklyn Atelier lace trials her gasp stunning mirror kiss. Suits for her. Tailored linen vest pocket her sketch. Guest list intimate. Her Irish clan my Jersey roots thawing queer family core. Rehearsal dinner. Clambake sand lobster steam toasts teary laugh. To love's rewritten. Jordan even attends hug awkward warm. Day dawns pink waves hush. Guests gather barefoot circle ukuleles strum. I walk path petals her waiting red hair wind tossed, eyes green vow. Officiant words. Love defies papers blooms ash. Ring slide simple gold engraved plot twist. Kiss salt sweet cheers wave crash. Reception bonfire. Esmore stations, band indie folk. First dance sway her cheek damp. Mrs. O'Connor Rivera? Giggle yes. Cake smash faces frosting photos candid joy. Night fade stars as hammock swing future constellation. Honeymoon Van Odyssey. Cross-country crawl, Badlands Stark, her canvas capture. Yellowstone geyser steam bison grunt close. Pacific coast, Big Sur cliffs, highway curve her hand gear shift. Campfires crackle stories, tint zip lovemaking starlit. Return fall life layered. Gallery biennial my bar passage. Winter nest holidays fuse, Thanksgiving fusion, Christmas lights queer tree. New Year's baby talk tentative. Adoption paths. Spring new first anniversary beach return. Picnic same spot. Rings polish sand. Summer solstice foster kid arrives. Mia 8 braids bounce her instant aunt. Days chaos joy park swings creek bedtime tales her voice. Fall foliage family leaf piles jump. Winter wonder, snowman trio lopsided. Cycles include love multiply. Years montage Mia teen pride pins proud. Gallery global my rulings ripple. Van trips tradition sunsets painted. Redhead route, life forever changed dramatic, emotional meaningful bloom.